I serve as the Director of Research at the Economic Policy Research Center, EPRC. This morning, I have the pleasure to deliver the welcome remarks for Dr. Ssewanyana, our ED, at this 14th National Forum on Agriculture and Food Security. I'll read her statement verbatim. The Honorable Members of Parliament, Permanent Secretaries and Heads of Government Agencies, Development Partners, the private sector, the academia, civil society, farmer leaders, the media, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, good morning. It's my distinct honor on behalf of the Board of Directors, management and staff of the Economic Policy Research Center, EPRC, to welcome you to the 14th National Forum on Agriculture and Food Security. For more than a decade, this forum has served as Uganda's premium platform for evidence-based dialogue on the most pressing issues confronting our agricultural sector. And it's gratifying to see such a strong and representative gathering once again convened under one roof. Your presence here this morning is a powerful statement of our shared commitment to the transformation of Uganda's agriculture. This year, we have chosen to focus on a question that sits at the very heart of Uganda's climate change and food security agenda. As such, our theme is investing in irrigation to build a climate-resilient smallholder farmer in Uganda. And this speaks directly to the reality that was mentioned by the moderator, that every concerned stakeholder, be it a district leader, an extension worker, or even a farming household in the country now has to confront. The deliberate choice of the word investing is significant, and we wish to emphasize it. It signals that irrigation is not a peripheral expenditure, but a strategic long-term commitment of public, private, and household resources whose returns must be measured in resilience, productivity, and dignity at the farm gate. The case for that investment could not be clearer. Nearly all of Uganda's agriculture remains rain-fed. The long rains that once stretched across 9 months of the year have, according to recent World Bank reports, contracted to roughly 6 months. The onset of the rains is now unpredictable. Droughts have become both more frequent and more severe. And the bimodal rain system on which our 2 cropping seasons were built can no longer be taken for granted. For 80% of our agricultural output is produced by smallholder farmers, and this is a direct threat to productivity, to household incomes, and to the national food basket. Under the 4th National Development Plan, NDP4 prioritized agricultural transformation, and the successive plans that ran from NDP1 through NDP4 have consistently elevated irrigation, water for production, and climate-smart agriculture as strategic investment areas. On the other hand, the National Irrigation Policy of 2017 and the National Irrigation Master Plan, covering the period 2020 to 2035, provides a clear policy compass. Government has moved beyond the traditional large-scale schemes such as the one at Mobuku, Doho, and Kibimba, and is now investing in micro and small-scale solar-powered and gravity flow schemes through programs such as the Uganda Intergovernmental Fiscal Transfer UGIFT micro-scale irrigation program and the Nexus Green Solar Irrigation Program. And yet the area under formal cultivation has remained more or less stagnant. Cumulative water for production storage has also stalled, and household uptake of irrigation, as was captured by this 2024 National Population and Housing Census, remains strikingly low. These are difficult issues, and they cannot be resolved by any single ministry, agency, or partner working in isolation. This is the spirit in which EPRC has convened this particular forum. Through our research programs, our budget analysis, our work with partners, and forums such as this one, we seek to ensure that national decisions on agriculture, climate, and public investments are anchored in data, in farmer realities, and in lessons drawn from implementation on the ground. The presentation you will receive later this morning draws on national surveys such as the 2023-2024 Uganda National Household Surveys. It also draws on the Uganda National Panel Surveys and also draws from the Uganda National Population and Housing Census, as well as the approved budget estimates that span the duration from financial year 2020/2011 to 2024/2025. And it's offered to you as not as a final word, but as an invitation to dialogue. We have deliberately structured the program to move from evidence to deliberation. Following the keynote address that will be gratefully be delivered by the World Bank, EPRC will present the technical findings on irrigation, climate resilience, and smallholder uptake, holder irrigation, with reflections from the Ministry of Finance, Planning and Economic Development, the private sector, and implementation challenges with perspectives from the Ministry of Finance, as well as the Ministry of Water and Environment. The plenary that will follow is yours. It is the space where farmers, researchers, financiers, and policymakers must speak frankly to one another. I therefore invite you to engage candidly, challenge each other, and propose practical, scalable, and financially sustainable irrigation solutions that can genuinely reach the smallholder farmer in as distant areas such as Karamoja, or in Teso, or in the cattle corridor, and in the hills of Chigezi. Our success today will be measured not by the eloquence of our speeches, but the clarity of the policy directions we are able to shape together. On that note, I formally welcome you to the 14th Annual National Forum on Agriculture and Food Security. And I wish you all a productive and consequential dialogue. Thank you very much.